All right, folks, we've got a patient here with some unusual symptoms. Phlebitis, cuffitis, and Kawasaki disease. What's your take on this one?
Well, Dr. Hawks, it seems like it could be an issue with the veins in their arms.
I think you're onto something there, Leslie. This definitely sounds like a vascular problem.
But do we have enough information to make that call? These symptoms could also point to something neurological or even genetic.
Listen up. I don't care if it's an alien disease. It's infantile refsum disease, and that's all there is to it. Now, I want you three to get your asses in gear and perform a metastasectomy on this patient. It's risky, but sometimes the road to recovery is paved with risk.
Alien disease?
We haven't dealt with them for a long time, Hawks.
Never mention that again.
Dr. Hawks, aren't we jumping the gun here? We don't have any concrete evidence.
I concur, Dr. Leslie. Maybe we should do more tests before making a decision like that.
Exactly. We need to gather more information and perform some rigorous testing before even considering a procedure as risky as a metastasectomy.
Enough. Your doubts won't change the fact that it's infantile refsum disease. Now get moving.
Hawks, what makes you think that metastasectomy is the right course of action for your patient, who you believe has infantile refsum disease?
Well, Tracy, I learned about this procedure from a Grand Theft Auto role player who role-played as a doctor before they got banned from the server.
A Grand Theft Auto role player? Are you terminally online or something?
No, they are. Anyway, it seemed like a good idea at the time. I'm sure they were just a regular doctor in real life.
Hawks, this is not a joke. Your patient's well-being relies on your decisions and actions being informed by actual medical knowledge, not video game role-playing. I can't let you perform such an invasive surgery based on the advice of someone who was playing as a doctor online. What did they even get banned for, anyway?
They ran over one of their patients with an ambulance when the patient kept trolling them. The admins do not tolerate RDM, so he was out on his ass faster than he could scream medical malpractice.
This is absurd. That isn't something I would want in a doctor from a video game, nor at this hospital. I'm glad we do not have that happening on a regular basis.
Just because he got banned doesn't mean everything he said wasn't true.
Well, Hawks, that's your perspective. But let me remind you, you're a doctor now, and not a Grand Theft Auto role player. You need to stick to standard procedures and evidence-based practices. Let's discuss a more conventional treatment plan for the patient.
I'm afraid things have taken a turn for the worse. The patient's condition is critical, and we may need to reconsider our approach.
Dr. Hawks was insistent on a metastasectomy, but perhaps he wasn't aware of the specifics of infantile refsum disease. I believe we need to explore other treatment options that might be more effective. I've got it. I'll sign up for an alt account on that roleplay server and get the answers from a doctor who doesn't refuse medical service by using an ambulance as a battering ram.
You're the idiot Hawks was talking about earlier? Well, that lines up, I guess.
I guess I let my temper get the best of me.
That's not the issue. The issue is that you waste your time role-playing as a bad doctor for free when you're here in real life being a bad doctor and getting paid for it.
What else am I supposed to do with my free time?
Get a girlfriend, maybe?
I had one and she's dead. I don't feel right moving on yet.
I'm sorry to hear that, Frank. Seriously. I have no snide remarks to make about that.
You morons almost killed that patient. How could you let infantile refsum disease slip past your notice and proceed with metastasectomy?
We're sorry, Dr. Hawks, but we did the best we could. We were following protocol.
But what should have been our diagnosis then? What are we supposed to do now?
Yeah, what does our next step look like?
You know exactly what you're supposed to do now. Go look for new jobs.
What are you saying, Dr. Hawks? We need to keep going with the diagnostic process.
We can't just stop. We have a responsibility to those patients out there. We must not falter.
Exactly. And what about the team that's already working on this case?
You're fired then, Randall? And you too as well, Leslie and Frank.
Fine, fire us. But remember, you're affecting not only the quality of your department, you're tossing aside our medical benefits. Some of us have trauma we're still working on with our therapists.
Maybe your benefits will find you guys better therapists because I don't buy it that any of you are actually improving.
But some of us need that outlet.
There's no way any of you actually get help.
Hawks, one of us is still grieving the loss of a significant other. I won't disclose who.
Oh, come on. That's obvious. You're talking about Frank and the 3-week fling he had with a doctor whose face and name I cannot remember, which was admittedly one-sided.
Wow, I didn't know he was talking about her, or the fact it was that short. What the hell, Frank?
No, it wasn't.
Open your eyes, Frank. She was only interested in you for your intelligence.
Isn't that usually a key attraction in relationships?
Yeah, but when she realized Frank's the kind of guy to screw up a free lunch on the first date, that dashed hope of anything else being attractive.
Hawks, shut up. We had a connection, and it was cut short by an unfortunate medical mishap. Just because you can't relate to people having bonds with anyone doesn't mean we're all like you.
Whatever. All right, all 3 of you are on fire to figure out what's wrong with the patient. I have more important decisions to make right now. I can't decide. Is the egg salad sandwich warmer than yesterday's?
Is that what's on your mind?
No, I was thinking about talking about the weather.
So, any interesting cases?
I've been grappling with my own perplexing case, and finally, as we speak, I believe I have figured it out.
Oh, really? That's fantastic news. You're gonna solve this mystery then?
I sure am. And you know what? It seems like a breakthrough that might actually help your unresponsive cases as well.
Wait, are you saying there's some kind of connection between my patients and yours?
Exactly. Which is why I need to return to the lab right now. I'll explain everything once we both had time to digest this information.
Of course, of course. You go ahead, take care of your work first. We'll talk later about all this.
Thanks, Johnson. Take care. The diagnosis was incorrect. Infantile refsum disease has been misdiagnosed.
That's an alarming statement, Hawks. Have you consulted with other experts in the field?
You can't just storm into an operating room like this without proper protection. We have protocols for a reason.
Hawks, we're trying to help you here. Please reconsider your actions.
I've found the answer. It's not infantile refsum disease. I solved it during lunch with Dr. Johnson. Adenylosuccinate lyase deficiency is the correct diagnosis.
That's quite a claim, Hawks. Are you sure about that?
Even if this were true, how does adenylosuccinate lyase deficiency explain what we've observed so far in this patient?
We've been through this before, Hawks. The diagnosis should be verified by more than just a lunchtime conversation.
I'm telling you, it's adenylosuccinate lyase deficiency. You can't argue with the facts I've gathered.
What I wonder is how this relates to Johnson's case at all. He gave us a call that made him sound real excited.
Oh, it doesn't. I was just teasing him.
Yeah, that's really funny. What's the punchline?
There isn't one. It isn't that deep. Yeah, I made a mistake, but you're not helping with your stubbornness.
I was just trying to make sure we got the right diagnosis for the patient, which we did in the end. But that doesn't change the fact that your past role-playing experiences as a doctor were a bad influence and led us down the wrong path.
I wasn't the role player. I was the troll.
No, I picture you being someone who pretends being an angry doctor while being a troll in real life.
I can do both at the same time.
I'm not even talking about you messing with Johnson by getting his hopes up at lunch. I know it was you who vandalized the billboard.
No, I'm not going to take credit for that. The idea, yes. The execution. I hired someone to do that at night.
This is rare for me to say, but thank you. Hawks. As much as I'm for trading away most of my morals for extra money in the hospital budget, I'm not okay with their messaging practices.
Just what morals did you have left to sell off? Not that I had any myself, but woof.